Hey, football fans, Brad Nessler here with my partners in crime, Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit. And we're set to bring you another great matchup in the world of NCAA football. And here comes the home team.
I like it, Kirk. That's an excellent pick. I really believe that these guys...
Both teams are lining up for the kickoff, and we're just about set to get this one underway. Kicks it off. Number 19 fields it at the 18. So now we'll get to see the offense come out of the field for their first drive of this game. Guys, all week the defense has been trying to figure out a way to stop this game-breaking receiver. What do you think about this matchup?
Brad, simply put, you can't stop this guy. This defense is going to just have to use a variety of formations as well as double teams to try to slow him down. Otherwise, they're going to be in for a long day.
Hey, if they think they can stop him, they're crazy. This kid is way too talented to be shut down. Watch him have a tremendous game.
This is just an unnecessary hit. He should have been disciplined for a play like that.
His coach won't be too happy. He just cost his team 15 yards.
First and 10. Ball on the 47. Going with the shotgun here. Drops back on first down. And it's a true freshman. They'll bring him down at the 46-yard line. Back to the line, maybe a yard on the pass. Second down. They come out with 3 wide receivers. He lets it go. Caught. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play.
It's 3rd and 9.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
He's looking to pass. Surveys the field. Slings it. Got it. He's all the way down to the 15. And, fellas, this is really turning into a very impressive drive.
3 first downs and counting on this drive, Kirk.
Yeah, they've done a good job of building some momentum here, and more importantly, they've kept this defense on the field.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 15. They come out in a goal line set. Hands it to the back. He's taken down at the 10-yard line. 4, maybe 5 yards on the run. On the 10-yard line. Single set backfield. They'll throw again. Defense hasn't stopped them yet. And they're in. Touchdown. Looked like the defense just forgot about the tight end on that play.
Yeah, he seemed to slip right through the secondary and find an opening. I can't believe the defense allowed that to happen.
Especially in the red zone, Kirk. They got to be aware of this guy's pass-catching abilities.
So the kicker's on the field to attempt the extra point. He makes the PAT. Bayer gets set to kick this one away. Short kickoff. Number 81 fields it at the 13. Now let's see what kind of success this offense can have as they come out onto the field for the first time today. They'll go to work at the 33-yard line.
1st and 10.
Fullback handoff. And they make the stop at the 35. 2-yard carry by the fullback. It's 2nd down and 8 to go. Ball on the 35. Newman lines up as a single back. Gray with a takedown at the 35-yard line. Nothing gained on the play. We've got 3rd and 8. Ball on the 35-yard line. Looking to throw. Steps up. Looks. He's sacked at the 31. They were bringing a heavy rush on that one.
Brad, that's what happens if the quarterback holds the ball too long, waiting for his receivers to get open.
So they're set to punt this one away. Number 10 is back deep to return. He gets it off. Number 10 takes it at the 32. Let's see if this defense has trouble defending the pass again here.
If they do, my friend, look out. They're going to give up another touchdown in a hurry.
The offense will take over at the 38-yard line. Number 19, the lone back. Nice play fake. He throws. Incomplete pass.
It sailed over the receiver's head.
Yeah, this receiver is fast, but not that fast.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on their own 38. The offense lines up with 3 wide receivers. They'll get him for a loss. Boy, he is one big guy down there on that defensive line.
Oh, man, the big fella's a hoss. I saw him last night at the hotel, and he had 3 bags of food going up to his room.
Yo, it looks like he's got a big old bag hanging over his belt right now.
Number 19 lines up as a single back. He's looking to pass. Steps up, throws this one out to the right. He's hit and taken down. Wow, how about that 3rd down conversion?
Boy, what a play here, guys. I'm really impressed with the poise of this young quarterback. He was very cool and collected out there on that 3rd and long play.
1st and 10. Ball right around midfield. One man backfield. Drops back on 1st down. Finds the true freshman. And he takes a big hit at the 48. Drop back 4 yards on that one. They line up at the 48. 2nd down. Number 7 comes to the line with 3 wide. He fires the ball. He snags it. Erickson brings him down at the 47-yard line. Short pass there, and they get a moderate gain.
There's nothing wrong with nickel and diming him down the field.
So another 3rd down upcoming for the offense. Number 7 lines up in the shotgun. Stepping up. Here they come. He's sacked at the 45.
The protection just broke down there.
I'll tell you, though, Kirk, it's hard to keep this end away from the quarterback.
Well, they're going to have to. Otherwise, this quarterback's going to get drilled out there.
Here comes the punter looking to boot this one away. Brandon is waiting for the snap. He punts this one high in the air. Newman takes it to 21. He really didn't have any room to work on that punt return.
Yeah, but his blockers have to do a better job of helping him out. They didn't hold the coverage team at bay. They just let him right through.
The offense will start at the 23. He's tackled at the 30. Newman picks up about 7 yards on the run. They line up at the 30. It's 2nd and 3. And he's tackled at the 31. And he gets a yard on the run. They line up at the 31. 3rd and 2. Again with the run. The offense couldn't get anything going that time.
No, they couldn't. They really looked out of sync there. They're going to have to make some adjustments to come back next time out.
4th and 6.
They line up to punt this one away.
7-yard line.
Number 12 awaits the snap. Punts the ball away. Number 10 fields it at the 35. So he managed to get a few yards on the run back.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, Brad, with so much traffic in the middle there, it really makes it tough to break free.
They'll take over at the 40. Number 7 comes to the line with 3 wide. Here's the give. And they make the stop at the 43. The offense calls a timeout, and they've got 2 remaining. They line up at the 43. It's 2nd down and 7 to go. Ace backfield. They bring the quarterback down. Third down and what they didn't want to get in. Ball on the 34. He drops back. Steps up in the pocket. Number 7 slings it over the middle. Erickson tackles him at the 50-yard line.
I like that play call. Anytime you can get a first down on 3rd and long, it keeps your defense off the field and gives you an opportunity to get more points.
This worked to perfection. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw this play again later in the game.
Single set backfield. Play fake. Sheds that one. Going deep. Lays it out there. And he's all the way down to the 25. Nice pass play.
Good accuracy there by the quarterback, and the receiver made a nice catch for a big game.
I think the key also was the fact that the pass was thrown very hard.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 25. Single set backfield. Setting up the play action. Throws it. Catches it. Tackle made at the 17. They pick up good yardage that time on the pass play.
Here they kind of put pressure on the quarterback and challenged him to find the hole in the defense. And in this case, he did. Nice job.
From the 17-yard line. 2nd down. In the red zone again. Let's see if it'll be another touchdown. And they got him for a loss. No place to go that time, and the offense loses a yard or 2.
Nice job of plugging up all the gaps and the possible cutback lanes by the defense.
They'll line it up again on 3rd down. They come out in a goal line set. There's a play fake. Number 7 lets it fly. Number 29 picks it off. And just a great interception by the cornerback.
Well, that's big time. He made a great read on the quarterback and got in there for the pick.
They'll go to work at the 11.
At the 11-yard line. 1st and 10.
One man backfield. Newman on the give. Sheds a tackler. And now the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense. Coach, what can you do to avoid those turnovers?
Well, you just got to get back to the fundamentals. For the skilled players, that means hanging on to the football.
They're on the right side of the 50 as they start this drive. Number 7 is back in the gun. They snap it to the back. He's tackled at the 16. Number 19 picks up 5 with the carry. Single set backfield. Fakes to the back. Number 7 guns it left side. And it's going the other way. And that was a fantastic interception there.
Right place, right time, twice. Get this guy a game ball. That was a sensational effort defensively.
This drive will start at the 20.
20-yard line. 1st and 10.
Number 1 comes to the line with 3 wide. Newman gets the ball. He's hit and got away. They'll bring him down at the 30. They'll grab 10 yards there. Second down and less than a yard. 3 wide outs here. Tackle at the 35. And he carried that one for a few yards.
You know, When you have a guy that can grab 5 yards or so consistently, it sure takes some of the pressure off the passing game.
From their own 35-yard line. First down. They line up in an I. Gets the ball. No, they faked it. He's going right. He's got it on the run. The quarterback broke down the coverage on that one. First down.
When you drop back to pass and see zone, it's a matter of you and the receiver getting on the right page and finding the right window to put the ball through.
Hey, Kirk, that's probably what you did playing in the backyard, right? But you broke a lot of windows. Betcha.
First down.
35-yard line.
One man backfield. He'll give it off here. He's taken down at the 33. He gains a couple of yards on the carry. It's second down. Newman, the lone back. They'll bring him down at the 26. About 7 yards on that carry. Third down and a yard. Ball on the 26. Pro formation here. Gives it to the back. Tackle at the 19-yard line. So we got a few yards on that carry.
You know what, guys? If you can continue to pick up small chunks of yards like that, you can really start to wear a defense down.
They're in the red zone. And he's tackled at the 15. He carries the ball for 3, maybe 4 yards. Second down and 6. Ball on the 15. Number 1 back in the gun, and they'll run him again. They'll bring him down at the 15-yard line. Nothing gained on the play. The offense faces another third down as they line it up. They line up with split backs. He drops back, throws to the middle, and it falls incomplete. Overthrew his intended target.
We talked about this before. How pressure causes the quarterback to hurry his passes. Here he felt the blitz coming and got rid of the ball a little too quickly.
They'll line it up for the field goal. It's up, and it splits the uprights. Number 9, ready to kick.
Number 10, back deep to return.
He sends it off. Number 19 takes it from the 6. I don't think we'll see this offense get into a similar situation this time.
So you think they'll convert on 4th down if they go for it again?
Hey, why not? If you're having to go for it on 4th down a lot, you're not doing so hot, sweetheart.
Start the drive.
They'll start at the 28.
First and 10.
They'll throw on first down. He passes it. Sussman with the interception, and he's hammered down. So the defense just picked off their 3rd pass of the day.
These guys knew they had to make a statement today, Kirk, and I think this is their statement.
Well, they have played their tails off today, Coach. Everybody has been flying around this field making plays.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 32-yard line. Newman alone in the backfield. Newman up the gut. Tackle at the 31-yard line. Maybe a yard on the run by the tailback. They line up at the 31. Second down. One man backfield. Newman, the ball carrier, and he's taken down at the 29. Newman comes away with 2 yards on the carry. Third down and 7. Looks to pass. He steps up, Looking. He throws it. Got it to him on the run. What did you see there, guys?
The defense was in zone coverage. The offense did a good job of protecting the quarterback, and he threw a nice ball to get the first down.
And the receiver ran a nice route to get open between the zone coverage.
They'll line it up at the 12. The defense looks confident as they held them to a field goal on their last red zone trip. He's looking to pass. Outstanding play to the wide receiver as he took it the distance.
It's almost as if the receiver told the defensive back, "You think you can cover me? I'll see you in the end zone." Yo.
Now the extra point to take a field goal lead. He makes the PAT. Number 9 looks ready to kick this one off. He kicks it off. Number 19 fields it at the 9. Confident defense heads out of the field after stopping this offense on a 4th down attempt the last time they were on the field.
And the last thing you want to do is to come out and do nothing again and give them even more confidence.
They'll get the ball here at the 21-yard line. Number 7 with 3 wide receivers. He drops back. Throws short. Campbell. Close it up. It's picked up by the defense. Good open field tackle. And they turn it over right before the half.
Well, this really hurts them here. They're trying to cut into that lead before they got in.
It's 1st and 10. They're inside the 20. Number 1 has 5 receivers lined up here. Moves up in the pocket. Number 1 throws, and it's the senior. The offense calls a timeout, and that was their first timeout. Time they were in the red zone, they got a touchdown out of it. They go with the run, and they make the stop at the 1. The offense calls a timeout, and they'll have 1 timeout left. First and goal. Newman, blown back, gives it to the back, and he's got the touchdown. He was not going to be denied on that one, guys.
You're right, Brad. He saw the goal line and just plowed ahead until he crossed it.
So the kicker's on the field to attempt the extra point. And he hits the PAT. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Short kickoff. Number 19 fields it at the 26. The home team will be kicking off to start the second half. And it's off. Number 81 takes it to 15. Can't wrap him up. And now we'll see the offense come out onto the field for their next possession. They'll go to work at the 28-yard line.
28-yard line. First and 10.
Drops back on first down. Across the middle. Got it to his receiver.
Well, that's the way to do it on first down. It was a nice throw and catch, and it'll give them another first down.
Absolutely.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 39-yard line. Newman lines up in the deep back, I formation. They go with the run. Ball's loose. Number 56 sweeps up the loose ball. The 10, and he will score. Not a good time to fumble the football.
And that guy feels horrible about it. He's got to forget about it. Go out there and play hard the next time they hit the field.
And believe me, this kid wants another chance to redeem himself. He won't fumble again.
Trying to get within a field goal. They'll try the point after. And he converts the extra point. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. And this one's a short kick. Number 81 takes it at the 20. The offense heads out onto the field. On their last series, they opted to try and convert a fourth down, and they came up short. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line.
First and 10.
Newman is the deep back as they line up in the I. Play fake. He passes it, and it's caught. Tackle at the 45. The pass results in a first down.
I'll tell you, great call by the coaches on first down. It stretches the defense when they're expecting the run, and then they end up with another first down.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line. 5 wide. Drops back to pass. Waits till the last moment, and it's incomplete. He let that one go before the defense got to him, and it fell incomplete.
Sometimes if you can safely get rid of the ball, it's your best option.
It's second down. Newman alone in the backfield. Drops back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Short toss. This one is incomplete. Carver was the intended target, so that'll make it third down. Third and 10. Going with the shotgun here. Back to pass. Stepping up. He throws it. Complete. It's the freshman. They picked up some yards, but it won't be enough to keep those chains moving.
They went to the right guy. He just couldn't get away.
He punts it away. It's a high kick. Number 10 fields it at the 19. Time once again for this offense to come back out and start another drive. We've got a first and 10. Ball on their own 20.
First and 10.
Number 7 lines up in the shotgun. Back to pass with the throw. The freshman makes the catch. They get a good 7 yards on that one. From their own 27-yard line. It's second down and 3 to go. Number 7 is back in the gun. Drops back to pass. Slips it short. Incomplete. There's an injured player on the field. Third down.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
They're packed in tight on the line. Steps up in the pocket. Throws it to the outside. And it falls incomplete. So they couldn't pick up the long yardage, and now they'll have to punt. Here comes the punter, looking to boot this one away. Newman is back awaiting the punt. He gets it away. Newman takes it to 36. The defense did a good job against them the last time they had the ball, forcing the punt.
But remember, they had given up quite a few yards before forcing that punt. They might not be so lucky this time.
They'll take over at the 44-yard line. Newman is the single setback. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. Brought down at the 49. Newman picks up 5 with the carry. It's second down and 5 to go. Ball on the 49-yard line. Ace backfield. And down he goes at midfield. Newman gets about a yard on the play. Third down, 4 yards to go. Ball on the 50. They line up with split backs. He drops back. Looks. Hit as he throws. He snags it. And they make the stop at the 43-yard line.
Coach, that's a first down.
A good-looking first down, too. They might want to run that one again in a couple plays. He had some options out there.
First and 10. Ball on the 43. Ace backfield. Newman gets another carry. Gray with a takedown at the 43. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They line up at the 43. Second down. Number 1 has 5 receivers lined up here. Brought down at the 38. The defense will try to stop this third down as they were unsuccessful the first time on this drive. Looks to pass. He looks. They can't connect. Incomplete.
Not a pretty pass right there.
No, it wasn't, Kirk. That was not a good pass at all. But hey, in his defense, he had to get it off to avoid the sack.
So they're going to go for it here. They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Looking to throw. Lets it fly. Batted ball. Incomplete. Almost picked off. Big stop there for the defense.
And you can feel a little bit of momentum shift there, Coach.
Yep, that was a very crucial turnover on downs because now this offense has a chance to get themselves right back into the game.
Number 19, the lone back. McBride fakes a handoff. Wants to throw outside. This one is incomplete. Number 25 was the intended receiver on that pass. So that'll make it second down. It's second down. Number 19 lines up as a single back. McBride delivers. They'll wrestle him down in the backfield. They lose 4 there. Third down. 3 wideouts here. Back to pass. He steps up. He's looking. He throws left. Complete. Number 95 is slow to get up, and he might be hurt. They line up at the 46. First down. They line up in the jumbo set. McBride hands it off straight ahead. And down he goes at the 45-yard line. A gain of 1. Second down. McBride is back in the gun. Looks to pass. He lets it go. Ball is loose. Fumble. And it looks like there's an injury down there on the field.
You never like to see this. You can only hope that it's a stinger.
The defense will try to stop this third down as they were unsuccessful the first time on this drive. One-man backfield. Play action. He lets it go. Got his man on the run. He's tackled at the 24-yard line. Flags are down, and this one might be on the offense.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty.
They'll line up for another third down play because of the penalty.
Well, here you're in a third down situation, and then someone makes a mental mistake. It makes your blood boil if you're a coach.
This defense faces another third down. The offense lines up with 3 wide receivers. Looks, McBride guns it, and he's got him again.
That's how you convert third down, sweetheart.
That was a good-looking play, wasn't it, Coach?
Oh, yeah, this offensive coordinator must have seen something in the defense he really liked.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 29. McBride lines up in the shotgun. And he's tackled at the 27. It's second down and 8. Ball on the 27-yard line. McBride comes to the line with 3 wide. Hand off to the right. Tackle made at the 22-yard line. The offense calls a timeout, and they'll have 2 remaining. So far this drive, the defense has been unable to stop them on third down. They're packed in tight on the line. McBride with a nice play fake. Rolling out to the right side. He's wrapped up for the sack. The defensive end will get credit for the sack. A field goal is the difference as we head to the fourth quarter. It looks like they're going to try for the long field goal. He gets it up. And it's good. And he tied it up with that field goal.
Boy, this kid is clutch. That's for sure.
And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He sends it downfield. Number 81 fields it at the 11. And we'll take a break while the injured players attended to.
Yeah, I don't think it's too serious, though, guys. He's a tough athlete. I think we'll see him back in this game.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on their own 27. Going with the shotgun here. Handoff up the middle. And he's taken down at the 30-yard line. Newman gets 3 yards on the carry. From their own 30-yard line. Second down. Single set backfield. And they'll run him again. And they make the stop at the 30. Picked up a yard of anything on that run. Third and 7 coming up here. Ball on the 30-yard line. Newman lines up in the deep back. I formation. On play action. Looks. Throws. The ball is tipped. So that'll bring up a 4th down.
The coach spoke really highly of this kid before the game. And now I can see why.
If this guy keeps making plays like that, then there will be a lot more people than his coach talking about him in the future.
It's 4th down now, and we'll see the punt team. Number 10 will be the return man. He gets it off. Number 10 takes it at the 33. A scoring drive the last time out for this offense, and they'll huddle up for this drive. The offense will start at the 38-yard line. Single set backfield. Here's the give. He's tackled at the 40-yard line. Number 19 gains about 2 yards on the run. From their own 40-yard line. 2nd and 8 coming up here. McBride with 3 wide receivers. Back to pass. Wants to throw outside. He's all the way down to the 35-yard line. Heck of a play by the quarterback.
When you bring a lot of pressure, you've got to leave yourself open out there, relying on your second secondary and your linebacker. You're just hoping they can make plays. That time, defense lost. The offense won.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 35. Number 19 is the single setback. McBride lets it fly. Boy, would he like to have that one back.
Yeah, you're right. This offense relies so much on timing, and as you saw there, when their timing gets knocked off, they have a tough time connecting on plays like this.
They'll line up at the 35. 2nd down and 10 to go. McBride steps back to pass. Wants to throw a screen. And he's hit immediately. Couldn't get anything out of that.
No gain on the play.
From the 35-yard line. It's 3rd down. They come out with 3 wide receivers. He rolls out to the right. Throws this one out to the left. Tackle made at the 23-yard line. You got a lot of jersey on that play. Not too much argument about this call.
Holding on the offense. Still.
They'll give this one another try after the flag.
And on 3rd down, too. That's when you don't want those kind of things to happen.
3rd down. McBride is back in the gun. Steps up in the pocket. McBride zips it left. To the 20. To the 10. He's going to take it to the barn. Touchdown. That pass was humming, and it'll be 6.
You got to be kidding me. How do you do that? What composure.
They'll line up for the point after. He splits the uprights for the extra point. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. And this one's away. Number 29 fields it at the 11. At the 30. So what do you think about this situation, fellas?
Well, they have a little bit of time, but I think it's very crucial that they get the ball in the end zone on this possession.
I agree with you, Kirk. They can take their time, but a field goal is just about out of the question.
Drops back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Number 1 with a bullet over the middle. He's taken down at the 47-yard line. Number 80 looks to have been shaken up a bit on that play.
Yeah, I think he's hurt his arm or shoulder on that play, but I don't think it's too bad.
It's 1st and 10.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
He looks to throw on 1st down. He throws. He snags it. Knocked out of bounds at the 49. And he got stopped before he even got started on that thing.
That defense had their eyes on that kid the entire time. Whoa.
From their own 49-yard line. 2nd and 8. Single set backfield. Here's the give. Makes a move. Tackle made at the 48-yard line. Newman gets 3 yards on the carry. It's 3rd and 5. Ball right around midfield. Newman is the deep back as they line up in the I. Steps up across the middle. They'll bring him down at the 42.
He barely picked up the first, but it's still great awareness by this receiver to know where he was on the football field.
Yeah, and unlike our viewers at home, these players aren't looking at a graphically displayed 1st down line or anything like that. They just have to know what yard line to get to.
Number 1 has 5 receivers lined up here. He unloads it. Finds the freshman. He's taken down at the 30-yard line. They're moving the ball very well on this drive, guys.
Yep, the defense is preventing the deep ball, but the problem is they can't stop the short stuff.
And the offense seems to be building a little bit more momentum on every play.
There's a play fake. He's looking. Fires across the middle. It falls incomplete. Number 97 probably just has a stinger here. We'll keep you updated on his status.
It seems to me that he landed on his arm a little awkwardly.
They line up at the 30. Second down. Number 1 is back in the gun. He drops back. Looks. Lets it go. It's deflected. Almost picked off. What a huge break for the offense.
He had his hands all over that ball. He just couldn't bring it in.
There you have it, folks. They really earned it out there today. The offense lines up with 3 wide receivers. Looking, somehow gets the ball away, and this one's going to get intercepted.
That could be it, folks. That pick could be the straw that broke the camel's back.
Forget the Camels or whatever the heck you just said. I want to know what that quarterback was thinking. Come on, scramble, get sacked, throw it away, anything, anything but an interception.
They'll get the ball here at the 21. They come out in a goal line set. Here's the halfback. Tackle at the 23. Number 19 gains about 2 yards on the run, so that'll make it second down. They line up at the 23. It's second down and 8 to go. They come out with 3 wide receivers. Oh, he got nailed on that one. Nice tackle to bring him down before he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Solid effort there to break up that play.
We're down to our final minute of this ball game. McBride comes to the line with 3 wide. Looks. He gets the pass away. Got it. He's all the way down to midfield.
That should do it right there. That new set of downs should be enough to run out the clock.
Now the defense's only hope is to somehow force a fumble and recovery. Otherwise, this one is pretty much over.
First and 10. They line up at the 50. Number 19 alone in the backfield. They'll give it off here. And the linebacker comes up and makes a big stop.
This is textbook. This is how you're supposed to play against the run.
Yeah, and that time the defense got him to go backwards.
Second and 10. Ball on the 50. They'll work from the shotgun. They hand it off. A great defensive effort there.
And let me tell you, the key to that play was right there in the defensive line. They tied this offensive line up and allowed their linebackers to come up and make a big play.
Lee, I agree with you. We always talk about the linebackers and safeties, but credit the big guys up front for that play.
They come out in a goal line set. McBride sets up the play action, and it's intercepted. Breaks one. Still dragging guys. To the 20. To the 10. And he will score. That turnover will probably do it for this team.
Boy, when it comes to last-minute drives, it seems like we see more and more turnovers because you're trying to hurry up, and some players just aren't on the same page with everybody else.
Will be tied with the extra point. And he converts the extra point. Number 9 gets set to kick this one away. He sends it downfield. Number 19 fields it at the 9. There's a player hurt. It doesn't look to be that bad.
Well, let's hope it's not serious, but his arm's got to be hurting after a shot like that.
They'll go to work at the 30. Look at the throw. He's looking for his man. It's tipped. Great defensive effort that time.
Did you see how that safety played that ball? That was a beautiful play.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Let's see if the quarterback heaves it up there and one of his guys can come down with it. The true freshman has it. They'll bring him down at the 40-yard line. That'll do it for regulation, and we are going to settle this one in overtime. Some of the folks at home may not know how college overtime works, so I'm going to run down the rules for you. Each team will get the ball at the 25-yard line with a chance to score. If the game is still tied after both teams have had the ball once, we'll do it all over again.
And remember, if this goes past double overtime, each team must go for 2 if they score a touchdown. No more extra points.
First and 10.
From the 25-yard line. First down. Number 1 lines up in the shotgun. He sheds it. And now he's got room to run. And he's tackled at the 15-yard line. He reels off 10 yards in a counter. Newman lines up in the deep back, I formation. It's the tailback, and down he goes at the 11-yard line. Picked up a first down on that carry.
Yeah, a good job up front by the offensive line. They picked up some nice blocks to allow that back to get in there for some extra yardage.
First down, 10 yards to go. They're threatening inside the 20. One-man backfield. He looks to throw on first down. Throws it. They can't connect. Incomplete. And he overshot his receiver on that one.
Well, here the quarterback needs to relax down near the end zone. Step up and make a better throw.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 11. The offense lines up with 3 wide receivers. They hand it off again. Brought down in the open field. 4, maybe 5 yards on the run. It's 3rd down and 5 to go. 6 yards to the end zone. Fakes to the back. Rolls right. Fires to the end zone.
Well, they get the first strike on offense, Kurt.
Yep, they've done their job. Now it's up to the defense.
Now they'll try to tack on the extra point. And he hits the PAT.
This is what performing under pressure is all about.
You're right about that, Coach. Now it's time for somebody to step up. It's either touchdown or a loss at this point.
It's first down. McBride with 3 wide receivers. Fumbles the ball. Number 99 picks up the fumble. Thanks goes out to everyone at EA Sports. It's been
what a game. Man, I gotta put the... What the fucking hell? I didn't push record. What? No. Fuck. They're not gonna see the great comeback Empire did. Oh, the BSUers are gonna be pissed. Right off. Oh my god. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, phew. Well, I'm at the end of game screen. Oh, well, I could just give him the box score and the stats and all that. I guess that's what I have to do. Fuck me the hell.